I wish I had patience. Is this how they drive in Illinois? True story. I have never had White Castle from an actual White Castle fast food restaurant. I've had the White Castle that you buy frozen, you know, that they start offering that stuff. I just passed one. That's why it brought to me. I'm like, you know, I've never actually stopped there to pick up a White Castle. I don't know. Good morning. Updating the vlog. I am on my way. I left the Cracker Barrel. I stopped and gassed up. Sorry if this is shaking. It's the beast. I should be doing this on my GoPro because at least my GoPro in the car would keep things not so jiggly. I've actually placed an order at Best Buy for my new camera. And I don't know if I think I might have edited out in some of the other video clips that I've done, but I got a new vlogging camera. I've been struggling with the stability of it. Mainly because of the fact that it is so, what's the word? It's so crisp, and trying to record in 4K, which is what I'm trying to do to get better visuals for my vlogs, it just shakes and shudders. So I have a gimbal. It's a very old gimbal. Does not work with this camera. So I think I'm going to either save it and use it for when I use my phone, because it has a phone adapter, or I may see if one of my traveling buddies that uses a phone might want to use the gimbal in certain situations. I'll just give it to them. It's an expensive gimbal. I just can't use it for this phone. So, long story short of it is I bought a new gimbal that will work, camera, that will work with the camera. And by the way, I hurt myself yesterday when I was vlogging the Indiana Dunes. I clipped off part of my skin on my pinky with one of the propellers of the drone. It's a whole thing. I'm gonna go pick up there. I bought an extra battery in this gimbal. It wasn't that expensive as far as gimbals goes. It's more of a handheld that does have tripod ability to be able to put it like on a table. So I'm gonna be setting that up. So then from here, after I pick that up, which I just did an online order and I told it to put it in one of their lockers. Best Buy has lockers now. And then I'm going to head back down to my camp spot I booked for 2 days. I did this purposely because I knew I was going to have an issue with power and stuff. And so this was like 20 or 25 a night. I think it was 20 a night. Maybe with tax, it was like 50 for 2 nights. And I have water. So I'm going to fill up gas up. I'm going to gas up on water. I'm going to fill up my water. Make sure everything's charged up, have 2 days to enjoy this campground, and then we'll continue the journey west on Tuesday morning, or Tuesday afternoon. I can stay until 3 in the afternoon. So that was the problem today, is I can't check in until 3. So I figured I could run this errand first. Funny thing is, I'm on Cicero Ave in Illinois, and I'm basically from Cicero in New York. I know, there's Ciceros everywhere. I just think that's funny when you see like hometown villages and stuff. And my hair is a total mess today, so just forgive that. I literally was messing around with it, like trying to put it up in like rubber band things, and it came out awful, so I just like rolled up my buff and stuck it there for now, just so I could look like halfway decent and getting out of the van, even though I'm not going into Best Buy, I'm going into the locker. Plus I'm also vlogging on this, I don't even know if it's recording. I think it is. This is my phone Motorola Edge, and it's from the Dish Network, their Project Genesis. This is basically my Wi-Fi hub. This is my personal hotspot. I don't really have anything else on this phone, but I purchased it. You buy the phone outright from them, which was $350, and then it's $25 a month. Unlimited, no throttled data. And let me tell you, it's funny. They give you notifications. They're like, warning, you have hit 50 gigs. I've been streaming a lot. I've been watching a lot of Grey's Anatomy, so I have had no problems with this. Even listening to podcasts while I'm driving, not a problem at all. This is a nice little road, man. They have everything on this road. I see a Planet Fitness, another White Castle. This is the second White Castle I have passed since I came on here and started vlogging. Duder's is sleeping. Green light. We gotta go. Ooh, let's see what we got going. Oh, there we go. Oh, we got a rescue. What the heck is that? By the way, that frog was on top of a dispensary. Okay, I want to get this. This is the gimbal. It's the Crane M2S. So I'm just gonna rip this open quick. Oh, I got a fork here. Let me use my, I got a random forks here. Let's do a quick unboxing for you. See, now I will say that my other one has a nice zip pouch for it. This just comes, does it have a pouch? No. Unfortunately not. But I might be able to find, I do have a bag, I think, that fits this perfectly that I brought with me, I believe. So I am literally going to, oh, I see. Okay. This is what it looks like. And then this you can screw on if you want it to be a tripod. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. I need another cord, like I need a hole in the head, and I'm hoping this runs off of a, yes, a C. Let me just see how it fits. Like that. Yep. I got it. Okay. So we're gonna put the box here. I probably could charge it into my solar thing that's here, but I think I'm gonna plug it into my Jackery back here. So remember when we were driving in your car, speed so fast I felt like I was drunk. Oh, I think I'm gonna like this. Okay, so this is set to charge. This is gonna be charging while I drive. And let's go, buddy. Exit. So now we have to go to, what's it called? Starved something. Starved Rock State Park. Hour and a half. That's not bad. See, this looked like it was more out of the way for me than it really was. I just got a warning. The warning said your route may be affected by a flood zone. And it did rain really bad last night. Why is it so hot in here? Let's get the AC rolling. Oh, the other thing I bought, random, while I'm just chatting, is I bought another battery. So now I have 2 batteries. Let's just go real slow, mister. Come on. Holy fucking hell. Is this how they drive in Illinois? There's that dispensary. I can't show you guys it. I'll try to find it's called the Starbuds. And then right next to it is a place called the Wake and Bakery. And I'm supposed to turn right in here. I'm laughing. It literally is called the Wake and Bakery. Oh, I want to see what kind of baked goods they have. I wish I had patience. I really wish I had patience for that kind of stuff. I can't see if my AC's on. I had an experience with a person while I was I had an experience with another human when I was at the Indiana Dunes, when I was at that Mount Baldy, trying to control my dog, trying to set up my drone, and this guy walks up to me. He's an older gentleman, seemed nice enough, honestly. Everything that he did was all out of just concern. He was being friendly, he was reaching out, he was curious. He had never seen a drone before. I had just started to do the lift off. So the propellers are spinning. This is the story of how I cut my pinky. So the propellers are spinning. I usually put my drone on the ground and then push the button and let it take off. Well, when we have a lot of sand and stuff, I do whatever I can not to have my drone in the sand, because it's only gonna mess up the gimbal, the stabilization, the camera. Like, there's so much stuff that can go wrong. So I'm holding it, my hand flat, the drone's spinning, and I'm sensing that there's a bunch of wind. At this point in time, my dog, Dooders, is just kind of laying down in front of me, being nice. And he was chained up, by the way. You know, I had him with his leash. So this gentleman comes up and he goes, oh, hello. And he kind of startled me. He kind of startled the dog. The dog's barking, so I'm pulling him back. And he goes, do you want me to hold him while you do that? And I said, no, he's fine. And in the meantime, I'm trying to control the dog. I'm trying to turn off the drone to get it to, like, I hadn't actually sent it to take off. I just turned it on. So the propellers are spinning. And I'm literally trying to grab the bottom of the drone so that I could turn it off, turn the power off on whatever. I was just trying to turn the drone off because I didn't want to send it up with the wind because there was trees behind me. And I said, no, that's okay. He goes, well, I can hold him for you. I said, he's not a friendly dog. Please, if you could just step back a little bit, I would appreciate it. Not 100% sure if I can even fly the drone. It didn't give me any wind warnings, but I kind of like backed him off a little bit in a nice way. And so he was nice enough. And meanwhile, I had sliced off a bit of my pinky, which I'll insert a picture if you guys want to see the picture of it. But let me tell you, it burns like a motherfucker. After I finally got him settled, and then he started talking to somebody else, thank God, I sent the drone up successfully. After having to deal with that guy, I was just all stressed out. I just needed to leave, but I wanted to get a picture of me and the dog before I left, because like you can kind of see a little bit of that Mount Baldy in the background. You can see like a side shot of it. I'm getting ready to get ready to go, get ready to wake up, rouse up the dog and say, okay, let's go. This other older couple shows up. They're doing a whole photo shoot. I mean, it's like, oh, for the love of God. And I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Finally, about 7 minutes later, they finally leave. And I get to stand up, take my couple quick shots, and go. Oh my God, there's a Ferris wheel here. Where are we? Why is there a Ferris wheel? Wait, there's like literally a Ferris wheel right there. And of course, there's a White Castle next to it. Is it like a fair? Is this like permanently here, or is this like a fair that's here for the day? I don't know. Hour and 25 minutes. We are not moving very fast at all. Can you guys see that? Or is that no, there's people on it. Back on the road.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if
How you doing?
Good, how you doing?
I'm an impressionist. You ready?
Yeah.
Bug on the windshield.
It wasn't that good.
What's the nice thing?
I thought you were doing
Is Beckham.
Beckham.
The cousin, shirt tail, that plays soccer.
Oh yeah, David. I know Dave.
Send me a few.
Yeah. Nothing.
No, he didn't even know I'm alive. I sent him messages.
David and I are like this.
Yeah? Are you really? Man, you hit me. Boy, it's getting deep in here, ain't it, man? Yeah?
I could give it right. Let me tell you.
Passenger side windshield with that.
Passenger. Oh, you're way too much information here.
When you get there.
Oh, when I get there. Good, because I can't.
And have you been here before?
No.
Okay. Eye contact. Welcome.
283, 84. Beef. Oh boy, it's got what up here? Oh, I just saw the porta potties. They did look kind of sus. Oh my goodness.
figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs.
Of course, I got a neighbor. 96. Here. And there's somebody in my spot. There, because I bought this like 4 to 5 days ago. I mean, I can call down there.
Yeah.
But I don't know the number.
When we got here like around 7.
Okay, well, here's an update. I'm not at my campsite yet. When I pulled up there, there was 2 people getting ready to go in their tent for a nap. So I had to like, excuse me. Okay, so here's the story. They came through here earlier. Evidently nobody was at the gate. They just went all the way up. The guy that's next door to me is at 96, basically said, oh, I have this reserved for 3 nights, so you're welcome to stay here. You can buy it off of me. And they paid him for like 2 or 3 nights, I think. So I was waiting there for a while. Then this other guy comes up, because I was trying to make a phone call, trying to call down here, couldn't get through. Another guy comes up in an older blue vehicle to check out 96, which is the spot that the guy is at that's not supposed to be there, evidently, also. So I ended up having to drive around because my van was in that guy's way. I wasn't sure if he was going past or not. So when I came back down here and talked to the guy, I was like, look, there's somebody in my spot and I had to drive all the way around. He goes, well, I just sent somebody up to look at 96. I'm like, no, you don't understand. The guy in 96 is selling the sites up there and making money. So you might want to send somebody up there and get rid of him. And by the way, get rid of the people that are in 97 because that's my spot. And they're nice spots. They're up, they're out of the way. You really get to feel like you're like back in the woods or whatever. Since I'm here for 2 nights, I want to make sure I get that spot. I'm starving. Just took the dog out here. We're sitting here in front of this is like the camp store, and that they sell wood out of vending machine, which by the way doesn't work because another couple came up. They are actually in 95. So I'm like, well, they had a long like 5th wheel, so they're going to have to like do a whole rigmarole to get back in. And I said, well, I'm not going to drive all the way back up there until I know you guys are set up and already in your spot. So there's 95 that nice couple's in. 96 is the guy that sold these sites up there too. And then 97 is my spot. And there's the couple that just smoked some weed and they were going to go lay down. They were doing like a wake and bake, but they were laying back down for a nap. And they're going to have to pack up and leave and go someplace else and actually pay the state to be able to stay here. So I have a feeling they're going to be leaving very soon. The guy that works the gate said that the security guy was coming in about 15 minutes. It's been 15 minutes and he's not here yet. I'll keep you posted as to what's going on.